What I'm excited for fans to see in season 2 is the relationship that forms between Chris and Selena.
I'm excited for them to see the love story.
You get to see more concerts, you get to see more of the music, relationships.
Hi, Christian. Congratulations. You are fantastic in this role. I'm curious if you had an opportunity beyond, studying music videos and interviews on the internet, did you have a chance to actually go spend some time with the Quintanillas and learn more about, Selena off camera?
I went straight from Atlanta to Mexico and just dove straight into work and was so grateful for the internet. I had great resources. I relied so heavily on Selena fan pages and YouTube. And luckily we had her family on board because it gave us, I think, more of an intimate understanding of her and the hard work that came before her becoming the legend that we know today. Our first season focuses so much on her upbringing and her family and what a family girl she was and how important that was to her and what a hardworking Mexican-American family they were. It was really exciting for me to see that she didn't always look the way I thought she looked. It's a coming of age story and you're seeing her find herself as an artist and change her look and her hair, and I don't think a lot of fans really know that about her.
All I wanted was a song good enough.
So write a song.
Playing AB and playing Abraham, did either of you get a chance to spend time with AB and Abraham to really capture their essence?
No, I did not. We've had contact with Suzette Quintanilla, who's an exec producer on the show, but in terms of contact with Abraham myself, no, I did not.
Did you not want to, or was it not made available to you?
At the time, it wasn't made available. I think there was some talk that we were trying to do it, but once we got into the thick of things and started shooting, for me personally, I'm glad that I didn't have the contact, because I was able to just kind of sit in this, what I was doing and how I was approaching this role without having any kind of outside interference.
Okay, Gabriel, how about you?
Same, definitely the same, pretty much to what Ricardo said. But I do think the Quintanilla family, I think they understood that, it's a TV show, it's a different process. So, and I'm sure that they were very, very respectful of it. We did get a chance to chat with Suzette Quintanilla, and that was great.
We really need a different drummer.
There's no Beatles without Ringo, and there's no Selena without Suzette.
Unfortunately, I didn't have a chance to meet Marcella and interact with Marcella. What I did was I looked through footage, and there's very little footage, but I did find one video where they asked her about being a mom. And it was in Spanish, but the way that she answered that question said so much for me that I used that as my foundation to build on. And I said, okay, this woman is nurturing, she's caring, she's loving, but she's also strong when she needs to be.
We were given the opportunity to create our characters objectively. The family, Suzette specifically, provided some materials that aren't available to the public for us to really, really deep dive and shape our characters. And Seidy, Christian, and myself, we met Suzette the last 2 weeks of filming. So we just connected as women, as now musicians and artists, and just, all things Selena and the legacy. And it was a really beautiful, beautiful moment.
Come on, I ain't got nothing to wear. Then we're just gonna have to go shopping, duh.
Seidy, you have quite a beautiful full circle story here. You were right there with Jennifer Lopez side by side in the original movie, and here you are, now you're side by side with Christian Serratos. I'm curious, what is your take on how Jennifer portrayed Selena versus what you experienced with Christian's interpretation?
It's different experiences. When Jennifer worked on the film, Selena had just passed. And so a lot of people were just getting to know who Selena was. And so she had full-on connection to the family. They coached her. She even lived there for a little bit. So Jennifer had that advantage, and she had, you know, that. And she has also that beautiful essence and that beautiful fire, you know what I mean? She just had that naturally. And on the other hand, with Christian, she has this tenderness naturally that was very much needed for our story, because we do tell a lot of the behind the scenes as well, and we also tell a lot of her childhood and her teen years and what it took to develop that star and that big icon that we know now. And so I think that they were both perfect casting for the time.
Selena to Selena, did you and Jennifer have a chance to connect?
No, but I would love to thank her, because I'm a huge fan of the work that she did on the film, and I thought she did an incredible job. So hopefully one day.
Selena.
For you as an actress, what was the one moment, performance, look, the one thing that you were like, I cannot mess this up, I've gotta crush it?
Every moment. I'm happy that every one of those moments felt like that important to me, because it made me really work 10 times harder. And I wanted to work so hard to make the fans happy and her family happy and to honor her legacy. So there wasn't really a day that went by that I didn't think, this is your day. You nail this or you've ruined the whole thing. There was a lot more care that went into the performances, you know, and to make sure that things that we were emulating precisely, like her acceptance speeches and things, were accurate. Because, you know, her stage presence is very uniquely Selena, and people know her for those performances, and they are going to be looking at those details. And I think we really all paid such close attention to detail.
Of course, Christian, as our Selena, what was your reaction the first time you saw her in hair, makeup, and wardrobe?
When we did the Astrodome performance, wow, like, you know, super, super surreal. And she's great, you know, Christian's amazing. She does an amazing job, especially when she's performing, when she's out there dancing and singing.
Are you guys ready to stop?
Season 1 ends perfectly set up for season 2. Have you started filming part 2, and what are you most excited for the fans to see?
Everything is done, and I'm so excited for the fans to see everything. I'm excited for them to see the library of music that she had, because it really surprised me. I thought I knew every Selena song, and there are so many more songs that I want to become as mainstream as songs like Como la Flor. But I'm excited for them to see this hardworking Mexican-American family, this girl who was so smart and so business savvy, and I'm excited for them to see the love story. I think the work that Jesse did was so good.
What was the secret to you and Jesse coming together and really giving the love and importance that love story deserves?
A lot of communication. Jesse and I got on so well, and he's such an incredible actor and so honest and so charming. Like, people are just gonna fall in love and gush over Jesse. Him and I worked a lot with each other and had to be very vulnerable with each other and trust each other. And I trust Jesse so much, and really just can't wait for people to see his work.
What I'm excited for fans to see in season 2 is the relationship that forms between Chris and Selena, and how they start to manage becoming young adults in a relationship.
Oh my gosh, scale of 1 to 10. I mean, are we gonna be in our feels? Is it dramatic? Is it emotional?
It's all the above. Yes.
10 on every emotional level.
You get to see more concerts. You get to see more of the music.
You get to see
relationships.
Seidy as Marcella, Abraham as adults in part 1. Now you really get to see these children grow up as adults and how they navigate the world as adults. So it's really nice to see that with all things in mind already of the history we know. So it's really fun to see the characters we fell in love with in a new segment of their life.